Yo, what it do, Chillington crew? Back with another video for you.
This place got a new face, killing Joe's face. Got a Joe leg, chilling in a new fade. Blue space in a new place, what did he say? He done tic-tac, feeling like a true play. Step back and I never say no. I was winning over there, now I'm running out of flow. Got a feeling in the air, but I'm feeling kinda low. Got a ceiling over here, and I think it's gonna blow. Hey, this place got a new face, killing Joe's face.
Yo. So we checked out the whole, was it the scariest water slides? Or scariest banned water slides. This is scariest swimming pools that you won't believe exist. Now, that leaves a little bit to the imagination. What would make a swimming pool scary for me would be a whirlpool in it that goes nowhere, sharks, piranhas, water snakes, poisonous water snakes. I'm not afraid of snakes. I just ain't trying to get bit by no poisonous water snake. Yeah. Or a motorboat engine that you gotta avoid at all times. Yeah, stuff like that. Alright. So this first picture right here, it looks like it's gonna be a wave pool. I've been in those when I was like probably 10. So a long time ago. And I did not have a good time. Of course, I did not know how to swim. So we're going to check out and see what these pools is about. Let's go.
Man, I miss spending the day at the pool. It's been
I don't.
forever since I
Oh,
just
hell
kicked
no.
back and had a day in the water. I don't think I've been to a water park since I was a kid. I was doing some research and thinking about getting back in the water when I came across some crazy places to swim. So I'm gonna share them with all of you. In this video, I'm talking about 15 of the scariest
swimming
you won't
pools.
believe exist. Without further ado, let's dive
What?
into
That
this
look like
video.
fun right there.
Get it? Yeah, even I'm cringing. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to The Supreme, and click the notification bell for more lit content. Let's get rolling.
The Supreme.
Number 15, the Grand Wailea Water Elevator. I know a lot of people who are kind of terrified of elevators in general. Being trapped inside a small space where you can get stuck quite easily is triggering for a lot of claustrophobics. Do we have anyone who hates small places watching today? Until today,
I'm not
I've
claustrophobic.
never heard of a water elevator, but it turns out that it's a real thing, and it can be found exclusively at Hawaii's Grand Wailea Resort. The resort is Hawaii's
I actually
second
have
largest
confined
hotel.
space
It is
rescue
host to an
training
incredible water park which pumps
back in my rescue
25,000
years.
gallons of water every minute, which is a lot. Their water park is split across 2 levels, and the water elevator was originally created by the park owner to assist their physically disabled son in accessing all areas of the fun. Great idea. What started out as an accessibility feature is now a big tourist attraction, and park revelers will line up to experience the lift of the elevator, which sees a small cave-like roof flooded with around 16,000 gallons
Why
of
is
water.
that scary?
I can't decide if that's cool or terrifying. What do you guys think? Before we move on, I want to show you
That
an
right
image.
there?
I came across this while I
Hell
was researching
no.
for this video. Now take a look at it. This looks like the most insane swimming pool that only thrill seekers would enjoy. A swimming pool in the mountains, above a lake. This looks like such an idyllic spot. I like
No.
the idea of chilling on the deck, but the pool looks so
I don't like
scary.
none of it.
A glass bottom pool hanging over a sheer drop into water, hundreds of feet below? My stomach is doing flips just thinking about it. Would you guys swim in this pool? Leave us
No.
a comment and use open discussion to let us know if you
Can I give that a hell no?
to swim here. Number 14, Nemo 33. Nemo 33 is an indoor freshwater diving facility in Brussels, Belgium. The pool was once the deepest indoor swimming pool in the world, and it was created by an avid diver specifically to help train people interested in the sport.
What's scary
At
about
its
that? That's
deepest,
just deep
Nemo
ass water.
33 is 113 feet deep, which is dauntingly far down into the water.
That's
The
for
pool
divers to
doesn't
train.
just offer depths
So,
for
alright.
divers to train at. It also has simulated caves and platforms for swimmers to explore. The reason that adventurer John Biernetz was so keen to
That's
have the
not
pool
scary.
built was because he recognized that people in
That's
northern
actually
Europe
kinda cool.
don't have the opportunity to dive off incredible coastal areas like Bora Bora, for example. He wanted to bring the experience of tropical island diving home to make it more accessible to people who can't afford to travel to get a deep dive experience. Until 2014, Nemo 33 was the deepest pool in the world, but it was overtaken by the Y40 pool in Italy, which was then
Y40.
overtaken by a pool in Poland.
That looks
Number
cool too.
13, Siam Park Wave Palace. Do you love or hate a wave pool? I have so many memories of being kind
I
of scared
don't-
by wave pools as a kid, but not
Not
wanting
cool
to
with
admit
wave
it.
pools.
It can be pretty scary to barely be able to swim and then have to deal with giant waves. The waves don't get more giant than at Siam Park in Tenerife, a themed water park with incredible slides, rapids, and the world's largest artificial wave pool. Wave Palace is one of the park's proudest features and is able to generate 10-foot waves. Usually, the Wave Palace keeps the wave sizes smaller for a more recreational use of the pool, but park owners can crank it up if park revelers want a more terrifying experience.
Said a more
I don't think I can
terrifying
handle
experience.
A 10-foot wave.
I'd be cool with the little ones.
Number 12, Golden Nugget Shark Pool.
Shark
I've
pool,
heard
yeah.
it said that
Okay.
you can do anything in Las Vegas, and having visited a couple times in the past, honestly, I think that's true. The Golden Nugget Resort is a downtown Vegas landmark and is home to the Tank, a giant pool that features a 200,000-gallon shark tank. The pool has regularly been listed as one of the most extreme in the world, and that is unsurprising considering it's home to 5 species of sharks, some of which have been known to grow over 350 pounds. The pool showcases the shark
That's a
tank,
big-ass
and there's
fish.
a water slide that runs through it. There's also a section of the resort where revelers can get shark selfies against a pool tank backdrop, which is pretty cool. The pool cost $30 million to build and has its own team of biologists looking after the sharks. If you want to get even closer to the creatures, the hotel offers up shark tank tours so you can learn even more about the animals. Sharks in the desert? Yeah, I've officially heard it all. Number 11,
That's actually
sinkhole
cool.
pools. While these sound scary, I think they're beautiful. The secret cenotes
Cool
of
to look at.
Mexico's Yucatan Peninsula are filled with a rich history.
I don't know how much I'd be
They're the
into
pools
going
that
into
the
one.
ancient Mayan civilization would use to communicate with the gods. The word cenote carries the meaning of sacred well. It's easy to see why the Mayans found the pools so sacred. The water is pristine and consumed by nature. In terms of actual science, the swimming holes naturally formed when porous limestone bedrock collapsed. These days,
That's
they're
gotta be
just
some
a tourist attraction
clean-
and are just a 10-minute drive from the
Well, all them
landmark
bodies
of
in it
Chichen
now.
Itza. Swimming and
Get out the
snorkeling
clean
are
ass
popular
water.
pastimes in the pools, although some are less accessible than others, making the water caves kinda scary. A few of the caves, including the Cenote Ponderosa, are attached to legends of lost buried treasure, which is pretty exciting. Others
Indiana
report
Jones.
The feeling of being watched when they're alone in the pool, almost as if perhaps the Mayan gods are still paying attention. Now that's spooky. Homestead Caldera. The Homestead Caldera can be found in Utah in the United States and was formed over 10,000 years from melting snow from the Wasatch Mountain Range. The crater is volcano-shaped, and although the warmth from the earth heats the water, the crater is not actually a volcano. The water in the crater offers the only
That's
warm
pretty cool
scuba
walls.
diving experience in the continental USA. Water temperatures are at a constant of 90 to 96 degrees all year round.
Damn.
Not only does this
That's
mean that
nice.
divers don't need to wear wetsuits, it also means that the water and cave get quite hot, so sessions are capped at just 45 minutes. The water depth is around 65 feet deep, although the pool isn't just used by divers. Snorkelers and swimmers love it too. The crater has been the scene of one recent fatality. In 2010, a 26-year-old
One.
experienced diver was training for the U.S. National Freediving Championship when he came into trouble. His family were furious that there was no lifeguard on duty and initiated a
Why
lengthy
would a
lawsuit.
lifeguard be there? Wasn't that a natural
Glass
hole?
bottom pool.
Oh, hell no.
Oh no, absolute
No.
no, no,
No.
all day. A video of the glass
Making my fingers
bottom
tingle.
infinity
Nope.
pool on the 40th floor of the Market Square Tower in Houston, Texas
Nope.
went viral in 2017. You need to
Nope.
see this. The footage shows a brave swimmer wading out into the pool and then looking as if they're about to walk off the side of the building. The pool juts out 10 feet from the side of the building and allows swimmers to feel as if they're floating midair. Would you ever jump in
That
this
messes
pool?
with me.
I'd be so
Nope.
scared that I would break. I guess it is kind of cool, but I think that my legs would turn to jelly from fear and I wouldn't be
Yeah.
able to swim too well.
Get the
Members
tingly
of the
fingers,
public
yeah.
can't swim in this pool. They have to be
Get
a
the hot
resident
tongue?
or an
Nope.
invited guest of a Market
Damn.
Square tower. Would you try and secure yourself an invite? I think I might be a little too scared.
I gotta take me a Claritin.
Yulong Shuyuan Water Park. The
Yulong
Yulong
Shuyuan?
Shuyuan Water Park is located in Longjing, China, near the border of North
The
Korea.
Chinese are crazy.
The
Nope.
park made headlines
When
in
it
the
come to
summer of
stuff like this,
2019
nope.
when a terrifyingly named tsunami pool met with
Oh,
technical
shit.
fault, causing a mega wave to
A
burst
big
through
ass
the
one.
water and breach the banks of the pool, flooding the surrounding area. The wave pool is supposed to generate big waves for fun, but things went badly and very wrong on that day. There is video on YouTube of daredevils enjoying the watery waves. However, an electrical fault caused a giant wave to crash over pool goers, injuring 44
Oh,
people
shit, got the
and
hell up
knocking
outta
people
there.
over who weren't even in the pool as a tidal wave of water swamped the poolside. The video of the incident is almost as scary as watching a real tsunami, and this is just a pool. Luckily, everyone recovered from their injuries. But seriously,
Bunch of pool
I'd stay
muscles,
away from
bumped
any
heads,
resort that
cuts here and there.
advertises a tsunami wave
Poked
pool.
eyes.
I think naming a body of water after a natural disaster is asking for trouble.
Maybe something broken.
Y40. We touched on this pool earlier, and now it's time to talk about it in scary detail. Y40 was the pool that took Nemo 33's title of deepest pool in the world. Just out of curiosity, who watching this video loves jumping into the deep end of a swimming pool? Let me know in the comments. Y40 in Italy
This
is
would
a
actually
diving
be
pool
cool.
that stretches down 130
With a tank.
feet, so around the size of a 14-story tower.
Some snorkel
Yikes.
gear. I mean,
Divers swimming down
some
this far
scuba
have
gear.
to be careful about the speed at which they come back up, because they're at risk of getting the bends, aka decompression sickness. This beast of a pool holds 4,300 cubic meters of water
That's a lot
and
of
is
water.
warm enough for divers not to need wetsuits. The pool has caves for divers to explore, as well as a glass viewing platform
this dude just
for
gliding
non-divers to
down
view
there.
the
How you
fun.
hold your breath that long, yo?
That's probably where you'll find me. This pool recently lost its deepest pool title to the Deep Spot Pool in Poland, which goes as low as 148 feet and contains 27 times more water than an average pool. Now, it might not be popular to say, but I think there's a such thing as too much water.
Now he got to go all the way back up.
Marina Bay Sands Infinity
Slowly.
Pool. Whoa, this looks incredible to me.
Nope, you
Marina
won't catch me
Sands
on that
Infinity
neither.
Pool is the largest of its kind in the world. Located 57
I don't even know if
floors
I'd
high
sit
up
on the
over
edge because
Singapore
it's
skyline.
nah,
Revelers can
I'm
swim
out.
along nearly 500
Like a boat
feet
in
of
reverse.
water. The views really are insane. Infinity pools are an optical illusion. When you swim in them, it looks as if the side of the pool is a sudden drop. But in reality, that isn't actually what's happening.
Just take a
Swimming in
picture.
the Marina
I'm
Bay
good.
Sands Infinity Pool may look scary from the water because of the height
Send
and
me
sudden
the
drop,
postcard.
but actually, it's safe. A dip in this pool is pretty much the definition of living the high life.
Oh, that's
Blue
terrible.
Thunder Park, Edmonton. You might be surprised to learn that North America's largest shopping mall and entertainment complex is in Edmonton, Canada. The West Edmonton Mall in the Canadian province of Alberta is home to a water park that spans nearly 61,000 meters. Inside the water park sits the Blue Thunder Wave Pool, Canada's biggest wave pool, which contains
Blue
over 3.3
Thunder.
million gallons of water. The pool mimics a real beach, and it can be easy to forget that you're actually indoors in a mall when you're swimming in it. The
Oh,
action
snap,
all
that is
happens
a
in
mall.
the deep end, where waves can reach
Let me go to the
between
mall and go
4.5
swimming.
and 6 feet.
Huh.
The pool works using hydraulics and has been a popular tourist feature since the water park opened in 1986. If Blue Thunder isn't thrilling enough for swimmers, there are plenty of other scary adventures to be had on crazy big slides. We should do a list about scary slides next, because I've come across a lot in my research.
So he did this video before he did that. Okay, I
Library
see.
Resort's Blood Red Pool.
We just watched
I
the
was
Scary
so
Slides
shocked
one
when I
from the
saw
same
this pool. The color is so intimidating. It looks
author, I
like the
guess,
scene of a
YouTuber?
massacre. The library is a resort on the Thai island of Koh Samui, which is known for its beautiful beaches and pristine waters. The library advertises
That looks like a
itself
great
as an
place to
elegant
vacation.
monograph, and the blood red pool is the resort's signature feature. It turns out it's way less macabre than it seems. The red effect is actually achieved by a mixture of small red, orange, and yellow tiles on the floor. The water itself is, thankfully, not red. Can you imagine if it was?
That's pretty
I've got a
cool.
blonde friend that insists pool water dyes their hair green. So I'm certain that if they swam in a red pool, they'd be coming out with red or pink hair. Some people think that the library's pool concept is creepy. Others think that it's stylish. What do you think?
That's pretty cool.
Hey, if that red pool gets you thirsty, you can sip Bloody Mary's poolside.
You want some Mountain Dew Code Red?
Crocosaurus Cove. So we talked about a pool with sharks earlier, and that sure is crazy. But swimmers couldn't actually really get in the water with them. Australia has taken things
Like that
one
beat.
step further, and now daredevils can actually swim with crocodiles. Seriously, who would want to do this? The attraction is located in Darwin, and its main feature is something called the Cage of Death, which is as terrifying as it sounds. Thrill seekers willingly submerge themselves in a cage while its crocodiles swim around them in the water. The crocs are fed as people are lowered into the water for an up-close view. Now that's crazy. The pool offers the only crocodile dive in Australia, and really, it's amazing, if utterly terrifying, as the opportunity allows you to get up close to the beasts. Would you guys get into a pool with a 1,000-pound crocodile swimming in it?
Yeah, that's a no-go.
I'm not gonna go out there and say
Look how
that I
big he
would.
is compared to
But
them.
here's a fun fact for you. One of
They
the
ain't nothing but a
crocodiles at
swallow.
Crocosaurus Cove is over 80 years old. Chops is a well-loved member of the team.
Chops.
Although I'm not
His
sure
dude's
he can
name
be
is
trusted
Chops.
not to eat his
The gator's
coworkers
name is
if he's
Chops.
hungry. A trip to Crocosaurus
That's
Cove
both
offers
cliche
more than
and a
just
warning.
crocodiles, although some would say that it really is enough. Visitors can also get up close and personal with barramundi, archerfish.
You know how tired of
hoop
seeing
rays,
people that
and
Croc probably
turtles.
is?
Cool.
He
The
probably ain't
Devil's
even
Pool.
in. Oh, hell
A
no.
swimming pool at the tip
What
of
is
the
y'all
largest
doing?
waterfall in the world? That sounds horrifying. The Devil's Pool is like a high-risk version of the Marina Bay Sands infinity pool. Unlike man-made
Okay.
infinity pools, the sheer drop that appears to swimmers in this natural
Oh, so
rock
they
pool
are going
is
off that.
very, very
Hell
real.
no.
Thousands of years of erosion has generated Zambia's incredible Victoria Falls, and there's a rock pool just before the cascade that tourists can wade into. Although it is only safe at certain
Nope.
levels. I wouldn't want fluctuating water levels to be the only thing that stands between me and the 50 million liters of water that falls over the
go down into
355-foot
a
drop
whole
of
lot
the
of hurt.
falls. Some people think that the rock that makes the natural wall of the pool could, well, give one day. If the risk
Well,
of
then
falling
why
over
is
the
y'all
top
on
of the
it?
pool isn't enough, you have to check for crocodiles before you get into the water.
Oh, hell no. And there's
And
gators in it.
sometimes
I
there
mean,
are
got
hippos
crocodile
nearby,
crocs
too.
in it.
And you don't want to mess with one of those. Did we mention the biting fish yet?
Biting
No.
fish.
Well, there's biting fish too. Some people call the Devil's Pool the world's ultimate infinity pool, but honestly, I think the devil title was apt. Despite
think
how
y'all just
dangerous
crazy.
The pool is,
Y'all
I can't
trying too
lie,
hard to have an
those
adventure.
views look worth the risk.
You know, there's video games.
the pool
You can
of
Laura
death.
Croft.
There is
Pool of
no
Death?
coming back from a pool with a name like the Pool of Death, is there? Okay, so that's
The Pool of Death. Right.
not actually the real name of this pool, but it is what everyone is calling it. The pool is officially known as Kipu Falls, and it's the prime example of beauty sometimes being deadly. Kipu Falls
Piranhas.
is in a clearing in Lihue, Hawaii, and is hidden in an area surrounded by trees. Tour operators have cashed in on the spot, but it isn't safe for holidaymakers who have no idea how dangerous the currents in the waters are. Tourists have been known to jump off the waterfalls thinking that it's safe,
And not come
but
back
it
up.
really isn't. There have been at least 5 deaths at this spot in recent years. Locals claim that the water can change in a heartbeat, going from calm to violently churning.
Hey, I
Footage
believe
of
it. It's
revelers
water.
meeting bad times have gone viral online, and some of them are really shocking. The videos tend to show more water from the ocean breaching the rocks and flooding the pool suddenly, which looks pretty intense and terrifying. The scary thing is that tourists are being led to the pool. They think it's safe, and all of a sudden the conditions change and they can't
And they
get out
get
in
toe
time.
up.
Some people believe that the spat of misfortune comes as a result of an angry mo'o, a Hawaiian water spirit. Whatever is going on, it seems like a terrible place to take a dip. Local residents and rescue authorities are calling for the so-called attraction to be closed.
I mean, it's
in
called the
order to
Pool of
protect
Death.
people from injury.
If the
or
name
worse.
don't sound like a
So,
bad
guys,
idea,
that was 15 of the
you had it
scariest
coming.
swimming pools you won't believe exist. Which of these pools did you think was the wildest?
yo, that was crazy. But I don't think they was all that scary. It's just places that I ain't swimming. All right, so we're about to be out of here. Chillington out. Deuces, y'all.